So moved.
Moved. Second. Please call the roll, maybe.
Susan Adams?
Yes.
Edward Blakemore?
Yes.
Maria Howard? Yes. Dale Powers?
Yes.
Patricia Shlonsky?
Yes.
Robert Varley?
Yes.
Edna Fuentes-Casiano? Yes.
Okay, thank you, ladies. Okay, this is just a reminder to the audience. This is not public comment part of the meeting. That's over. Expect decorum throughout. Outbursts will not be tolerated. If there are outbursts, we will ask that library security remove the offending party. So I would ask your cooperation as we go forward. And I would also like to thank members of staff, council, as we have gone through a process to develop a purchase agreement and corresponding lease agreement for the Telling Mansion. My fellow board members and I recognize the sentiment for the beautiful mansion. For those of you that weren't at the South Euclid public meeting, my son learned how to read in that library. So I understand, as one board member, the beauty of the building and the sentiment that may be housed in it. It's been a beloved community asset for decades. We've heard that as well this evening. It was with the most serious consideration that this board reviewed the financial commitment required to maintain the structure and assess the building's limitations in providing the community with a 21st century public library service. And please understand that we act for the 28 branches that serve the Cuyahoga County Public Library system, and not just the individual system or the individual building that happens to be in South Euclid. Given the significant nature of the renovations required and the ongoing expense associated with maintaining a historic structure, the library board determined that the relocation was the most financially viable option for this system. While we all acknowledge that a sale represents the change for the community, I'm asking the board, by the resolution that I will co-offer in a minute, to bring the South Euclid and Lyndhurst communities a library better suited to developing high-quality public library service and helping the CCPL maintain the #1 status that it enjoys throughout the country. With that, I would ask the board to consider a resolution to approve a purchase agreement with Richard A. Barone Charitable Foundation. Whereas the Cuyahoga County Public Library Board of Trustees, known as the library, recognizes the need to continue and ensure excellence in the provision of library services to the residents of Cuyahoga County and provide an environment where reading, lifelong learning, and civic engagement thrive. And whereas the library has determined that because of an extensive ongoing maintenance and repair expense at the library's existing South Euclid-Lyndhurst, Ohio branch located at 4645 Mayfield Road, South Euclid, Ohio, the property, it has become necessary to construct a new library facility within the city of South Euclid, Ohio, the new facility. And whereas while the library is the process of constructing the new facility, the library solicited letters of intents from parties interested in purchasing the property. And whereas the library reviewed the letters of intent and selected Richard A. Barone Charitable Foundation, the purchaser, as the prospective purchaser of the property. And whereas the library and purchaser entered into negotiations regarding the terms and conditions for the sale of the property, and whereas the purchaser and the library have prepared a mutually agreeable purchase agreement, the purchase agreement also containing, which includes a lease agreement for the sale of the property. Now therefore be it resolved that Robert Varley, President and Secretary of the Board of Trustees, are hereby authorized, empowered, and directed in the name and on behalf of the Board of Trustees to execute the purchase agreement in substantially the same form as was discussed in our meeting in the executive session and to execute and deliver such documents as may be required to close the transaction contemplated by the purchase agreement. And I would ask at this point that we have a motion on the floor.
I move that we enter into that resolution.
It's been moved.
Second.
It's been both moved and seconded. Any discussion? Further comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have some motion for
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
been both moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much.